Whether you're training for a special operations assessment and selection, or preparing for your next big game hunt or hiking adventure, this video will help set you up for success. In this video, I'm going to equip you with tools that I have learned in my experiences to help prepare you for either assessment and selection, or just help you be more physically prepared to carry weight on your back, regardless of what your goals are. In many different special operations assessment and selection programs, rucking is actually one of the biggest predictors of whether you're going to get selected or not when it comes to a candidate's physical fitness. Showing up physically fit on day one is one of the few things that you can fully control, so you need to show up ready. You want to be in the top third of your class to be competitive. In the area of rucking, this is generally about 12-minute miles with your full rucking gear. Making the bare minimum is not going to make you competitive. It's not going to be enough. These tips will help you perform at the highest level in order to increase your chances of getting selected. Training. I don't recommend rucking to be your primary fitness plan. You need to focus on durability, and that comes with weight training and being strong. You need to have a strong combat chassis, which is your core and your legs. Rucks are a good thing to do occasionally, perhaps every other week or maybe once a week right before selection, but it's really hard on your body, so focus on durability first. So there's a lot of accessory movements that you can perform in order to increase your strength of your combat chassis. And this is going to help improve durability and ruck performance without even putting the added strain on your body of continuous rucking. Your training plan should have a balance of strength training and cardio, not just focusing solely on one or the other. However, if you're really gifted at running, but you weigh 120 pounds, you need to get strong and you need to get durable. If you only ruck, then you're just going to break your body down without ever even building it up when it comes to strength. It's important to get comfortable with having a lot of weight on your back for long periods of time, because this is the norm in the realm of special operations and a lot of military jobs if you're in a combat job. Now, when you're starting out training, you don't want to go too heavy and risk injury. You want to start lighter and you want to work your way up with progressive load. 30 pounds is going to be just fine for the majority of your training. It's a pretty good weight. When you're in selection and in real life missions, your rucks are going to be way more than this. 120-pound ruck is not uncommon. Okay, so let's talk about packs. So there's different types of rucks. What I have right here is a standard Alice pack. This is actually a mini ruck. This is not a mission pack. This is just what I'm currently ruck running with now. You have different types of frames. You have internal frames and external frames. This Alice pack is a external frame pack. As you can see, the frame is separate from the pack, and I attached the two. Again, this Alice is one of your standard military packs. There are a lot of different companies that make a lot of really good packs. If you're in the tactical arena, Eberly Stock, Mystery Ranch, Tactical Tailor, and so on. If you're in the hunting side, Eberly Stock again, one of my favorites. Kuiu for hikers, any of the ones I've mentioned, or even your packs like Ospreys, all good options. So when you're ruck running, you don't need to have just a bunch of random stuff in your pack. It's good to isolate a concentrated load up high at your shoulders by your upper back. And you want it to be cinched down and well balanced and tight so it's not shifting around, causing a lot of wear and tear on your back. In the military, one of the popular ways to do this is with a pig egg. And real quick, I'm going to show you how to make one, so that way you're not going out and you're buying, in my opinion, rip-off weights for ruck runs, when you can just make your own. So all a pig egg is a bag of sand taped up into whatever shape you want. I recommend that you make this, your pig egg, the size that will fit inside of your radio pouch in an Alice pack, or just in the upper portion of whatever pack you're using. So for this, I really like good contractor bags for any type of operator are a must. Super, super durable. So many different options you can use them for. You can make shelters with them, waterproof your mission gear, all kinds of things. Let's try it with just this grocery bag here. So what I did is I put in some sand. I'm going to weigh this. Okay, we're at 25 pounds. Okay, I'm just going to tighten that up. And then we're going to get duct tape. And I'm going to do a couple pieces to help keep that solidified and tight. So I'm going to shape this. I want it kind of like a kind of rectangular. Really just, this is about the size of your radio pouch in your Alice pack. And the duct tape is for durability. It's going to keep it solid. You can use this for a lot of different types of workouts. Anything you would use like an ammo can for, kind of like kettlebell, some goblet squats, some thrusters, stuff like that, overhead press. And you're just going to go ahead, you're going to hit this thing and beat it into shape. That's all you're going to do. And as you see, it doesn't have to be anything pretty or fancy. It's literally sand, a bag, and duct tape. And there you have it. This right here, this is a 25-pound pig egg. I could keep going around it. I could make it a little more solid, but for rucking purposes, this is going to be perfect. All right, this will get us about a 30-pound ruck, which is what I was talking about. And then now we just need to add our finishing touches to the pig egg. Now we're going to pack the ruck. So inside of my Alice pack, there is a radio pouch in the top. This is for in military operations, putting a radio like a 117 or a 150 in for missions. So I'm taking the pig egg that we made and I'm going to put it in place of that radio in the radio pouch. If you're using one of the other packs we talked about previously, just make sure it's mounted up high on your back, tight to your shoulders. It's just going to help you be able to support that weight properly and more efficiently. Inside the Alice, I have this buckle that I had modified into my ruck, so that way I can clip it and I can cinch it in tight to my back. I also had this bunch of this ruck, and my others have been all modded out. This is a rain fly. I'm going to get it all squared away. I'm going to tuck everything in. Then I'm going to cinch this in tight. Before I finish packing my ruck, I'm going to talk about water sources real quick. So my primary water source when I'm on the move is an MSR bladder. There's different types that will accomplish the same task, such as camelbacks, platypuses, but I love MSR. They're super durable. I don't have to worry about my camelback bursting, which is a very common thing that guys deal with. This, I got it full right here. You always want to squeeze out all the air right before you seal it up. That way you're not getting a shaking around of water, compromising your position if you're on an actual op. And also just capitalizes on how much water you have in there. These things are so strong, I can put all my weight on it and it's not going to burst. See that? They even have these replacement caps that you can put here, and then you can transport an entire thing of spare water for resupplies. So this is one of the big ones that I really like as well. You can clean out your water sources with these different tablets. Just throw a couple in there, whatever it's rated for, let it soak, rinse it out, scrub it. Right here, I got a couple different Nalgene's and a pocket flask. These things are super cool. I love throwing some fancy electrolytes in here and just having it in my kit to sip on, kind of like a pocket water. Nalgene's great as well. They go great in the sides of your ruck. I like to also put some camiform tape around my hose. It's going to help keep it insulated and it just looks cool. So I'm going to run my water source into my Claymore pouch up here. I'm gonna run it to where the hose is gonna come out on my right side because I like to access my water with my right hand. Okay, so I got my water source secured in my top pouch. Now I'm gonna cinch this up as tight as I can. I'm gonna square my straps away. And then what I like to do is, and this is for rucking, right? I'm not talking about packing a mission ruck right now because I want access to my equipment on a mission, but I'm going to put a bungee. I'm going to attach it to one side of my frame, and then I'm going to bring it around and attach it to the other. Okay, and this is just going to help keep this locked in and a little bit more tight. So now we'll go outside. I'm going to show you how to put this on and how to use proper form. Okay, so we have our ruck packed. Now I'm going to show you how to put it on properly. There's a couple different ways for this one. If you have a ruck that's light like this that you can manage, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reach down with the straps on the outside. I'm going to grab the ruck frame and I'm going to essentially just throw it over my back like that. And I'm going to put it on. Okay, now I'll show you the other one. This one's more feasible when you have more of a mission ruck, something that's a lot heavier. So you'll have it down and you're literally just gonna sit down into it and you're gonna put it on while you're sitting down. And if you got a homie that can help you up, even better. If not, and cinch it down. So the pig egg when we made it was about 25 pounds. So right now we're gonna see how much it weighs inside the ruck. We do have water in here, which in a graded ruck is not gonna count towards your total weight. Okay, so money. Right now we're on 40. This might be on the kind of heavier side to train with before doing ruck for just your personal fitness or selection, but it's a good in between. Okay, so I'm gonna put the ruck back on. Placement for the ruck. This is very, very important. So I'm gonna get the ruck really high up on my back and I'm gonna cinch it down with these straps. So I cinched it down here, and also there's adjustments on the Alice packs right here. I kind of have a shorter torso, so I cinch those almost as tight as I can get them to get that pack to ride up higher up on my back. So I'm gonna lean up and I'm gonna cinch these straps down, and I'm gonna cinch my waist belt down real good too. There's a lot of different modifications for different hip belts. I like the standard Alice one the best. It's actually my favorite. I like it nice. I like stuff very streamlined. So now that we got our pack on, so I got my hose here. I should have done this before I cinched it down, but I like to either just run it right here or I'll just run with it in my hand. So right here, it keeps it nice sitting out of the way, and then I have access to it in my right hand, and I can, drink and hydrate along the way. Now it comes to form. When you're rucking, it's not like you're going on a slick run. You're not taking steps out and reaching out with your foot. You want everything to be in line like a neutral spine. Your feet need to stay underneath your hips. So you're gonna utilize more of a shuffle than you would a run. So a ruck run is essentially deceptive. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep a neutral spine, and we're gonna stand upright with our chest out and our shoulders back, and we're gonna lean forward at the hips, and we're gonna fall, and we're gonna just be catching ourselves, and we're gonna do more of a shuffle like this. That's everything for this video. I hope that helps you, whether you're preparing for a selection process or for hunting season this year to pack out big game elk. We covered some things that will, help you prepare for a selection, from packing your ruck to different packs to select from, and just different ways that you can weigh your ruck properly and pack it efficiently. This is part 1. We have part 2 going to be coming out in 2 weeks, the next video to be released. And in that video, I'm going to go more in depth on water sources, fuel, hydration, like electrolytes and stuff like that, footwear, socks, just some more nuances and details that will really help set you up for success. So stay tuned and get to training.